racetrack. We've got Ron Krischer v. Gaines as Pro Stock qualifying continues. And I get an opportunity as Bob Vandergriff, Terry McMillen, top fuel drivers, have joined me to talk a little bit about the pressures of not only running for the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals, but also getting into that top 10, the countdown to the championship. Terry, you're 18 points back, and you wear your emotions on your sleeve. How are you holding up?
Hey, pretty good right now. I mean, we just got to remember what got us here. And that's easier said than done. I mean, I'm full of butterflies. I can't wait to get on the track. It's just tough out there. And our job is to get ahead of, David right now. And then, pushing me right behind is Bob here. So, I mean, it's a real battle. It's 2 races in 1 for us. I mean, it's a championship, obviously, of the U.S. Nationals. And then at the same point in time, we're racing to get in the top 10 and to compete for that championship. So it's going to be a battle, and we're looking forward to it. And, boy, I can't wait till this weekend's over, though.
Both these guys trying to get into that top 10. Ron Krischer, that is on the racetrack right now, trying to hold on to that spot in Pro Stock. Bob, a little bit bigger of a challenge for you, currently about 2 rounds back. Talk to Rob Flynn, talk to you all this weekend. What do you have to do? How aggressive do you have to be today?
Well, obviously we need to get our car qualified. We haven't done a good job yet this weekend. The C&J team, we made so many changes that we were trying to find a baseline, and we haven't been able to do that. It throws us a bone every once in a while, and we just can't be consistent yet. But I got confidence in my guys, Rob, and the guys are doing a great job. Today's a whole new day. It's cooler out, so you can pretty much throw out everything we did yesterday. And I think the C&J car will make a great run today, and we'll get in the show, and then we'll try and take care of business tomorrow.
You saw Ron Krischer run a 6.68. V. Gaines goes 6.66. And I want to dive back, though, and talk of Bob Vandergriff after losing in round number 1. Had a very interesting soundbite when he told John Kernan back in the pits, well, a little preview of perhaps what's to come. Take a listen.
Car's performance has picked up. We're really close to running really good, and we're just going to have to take advantage of the U.S. Nationals. It owes me one anyways.
The U.S. Nationals owes Bob Vandergriff. I think I could probably figure out why. Maybe 1995. What happened? You could have won the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, it was a Cinderella story. It was the first race with a new sponsor. I hadn't run any races all season. The first race out, we go to the final round, and I'm running right there with Larry Dixon, and my parachute fell out. It's pretty disheartening. I never thought I'd have to wait 17 more years to try this again here at Indy, but like I said, this place owes me one, and it'd be no better way for us to win this race, put us into the top 10, and it'd be a great weekend.
Let's dive back out to the starting line.
Let's go to Dave Reef once again.
And when we're talking about the top 10 in top fuel points, here are 2 guys that continue to say with me that would like to be in that position. Terry McMillen is in 11th. Bob Vandergriff is in 12th. And I guess I kind of want to ask both of you. It's a precarious position you're in this weekend. The Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. This is the big race of the year, but there is also a thing, the countdown to the championship that starts at our next race in Charlotte. So can you give me a percentage of what is your main focus really this weekend?
For us, our main focus is to get in the top 10. I mean, it's either one of them would be a huge victory, but I think the opportunity to go out there and compete for the championship in NHRA in our second year out here would be a huge accomplishment for our team. But right now, that's our focus. That's our short-term goal, long-term goal. I mean, what bigger race to win than the U.S. Nationals, right?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. And of course, if you end up winning that race, Bob, pretty much probably will take care of itself.
Yeah, that's the thing. We actually have 3 goals. We need to qualify, but we need to qualify well to give us a chance, because we got to make up 2 rounds. Qualifying 15th or 16th or whatever and racing 1 or 2 is not going to do us any good. So we need to be qualified well. Then we need to go out and win rounds. And if we do that, the top 10 will take care of itself. And if we could win the race, that probably will make up for, a pretty disappointing season we've had to date.
If you followed the career of Bob Vandergriff, there is a good news, bad news situation when it comes to him. The bad news would probably be good news for Terry McMillen. The fact is he's been to 13 consecutive finals. Unfortunately, been a runner-up in every one. You saw the first one in 1995 when Larry Dixon won. You went to the finals in Topeka this year, once again as a runner-up. Does that haunt you a little bit?
Well, yeah. I mean, at 13, you figured somehow you'd have slipped up and won one along the way. I mean, we've had lower rotors in backwards in a final that we should have won. We've had wheel stands at half track on one we should have won. We had parachutes fall out in another one. It's just been one thing after another where you thought, man, I could have slipped up and won one by now. But the other way to look at it is, heck, I've been in 13 finals and 14 counting the Winston Showdown against John Force. So that's been pretty successful. And actually, at this point right now, I'll take 15 this weekend and lose in the final again, because that's pretty much going to mean that I got into the top 10. So if you're going to guarantee me another final round, I'll take my chances.
Yeah, well, right now, the top fuel qualifying has that man, Terry McMillen for Amelie Oil, sitting in the number 7 spot. Currently not among the top 12, and Bob Vandergriff will try to be doing that with the C&J car, guys. It's going to be fun watching this points battle go down to the end. We wish you the best of luck and safety out on the racetrack this weekend.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Thanks so much and appreciate it.
We're going to go find Grubnick right now and beat him up so he can't make it out there for the first round and see if we can increase our chances.
We do have a plan. We do have a plan.
We've been talking about it.
We need a camera. We need a camera to Grubnick's pit immediately. I'm heading there right now, Paul. I'm not going to miss this.
One of the great stories in Top Fuel qualifying here at the Big Go.